Hey everyone, Anthony from IGN.com here to do another Dota 2 character profile. Today we're doing Viper. Viper is a ranged agility hero. He starts off a little bit slow because he's a carry, but eventually towards the end of the game he can become a poison machine of death. Poison is what he's all about. His base attack has no poison effects on it, but even his first power, his Q, adds a poison. So this is kind of your go-to power. This is the backbone of Viper. You can actively click it on someone by hitting Q and then clicking on them, or you can right click it to have it to where all your basic auto attacks will do this attack. So his poison attack, what it does is it slows movement and attack speeds. At first it starts off only doing 10%, but by the time you put it up to 4 points in it, it does 40%, and it does 24 damage per second over time of damage. So basically what this allows you to do is that anytime you get into PvP, if the other enemy hero realizes that they're about to lose, Viper can almost always catch them. Even though his base movement speed isn't exactly like the speed of light, they can't run away from him because he'll just keep them poisoned and slowed. And what makes that great is that while he's slowing them and poisoning them from a distance, his second ability, his W, is a passive. And what this one, it's called Nether Toxin, what it does is it inflicts greater damage on enemies with lower health. So basically, as the enemy gets lower and lower health, all of a sudden they're taking more and more damage. This is passive, doesn't require any mana. It just means that when you're hitting your Q and stacking that poison attack damage, all of a sudden as they get lower and lower, it just exponentially grows, and all of a sudden they just get blown away before they're even ready for it. Which is good, you know, because often by the time they start running, if you want, you can finish them off with Viper's ultimate, which is called Viper Strike. What this does is it's a single shot. It has a pretty decent range on it. And what it does is it also deals poison damage over time, but it also slows their movement and attack speed as well. But this one starts off at 40% movement and attack speed slow and goes all the way up to 80%. So this is like your go-to. This is like, man, they're about to get away. You can pull this out at the last second to nail them. It also kind of catches people off guard because a lot of times they think that they're safe from the fight. You get that shot off, and before they know it, they've ticked off 145 damage per second and they're dead. Viper's probably least important ability, but still important, is his E skill, which is, it's a passive, so you don't actually have to actively use it, called Corrosive Skin. This one is anybody that attacks him basically gets their attack and movement speed slow and takes damage. Viper ideally shouldn't be taking damage, he should always be behind the front line, but you can see that creeps, when they gather around him and start beating on him, they can really start ticking away. It's just a little extra defense to help Viper out. Now Viper is a carry, so his base attack speed is going to start off really slow. So you have to make sure you buy a ton of agility items to build up his attack speed, but by the end of the game, he becomes a machine gun, killing enemies super fast to where you almost don't even have to actively choose to last hit enemies. He just will last hit enemies by the fact that he's just shooting so damn fast. That's kind of a good look at Viper, the coolest poison agility hero out there. For more on Dota 2, keep it locked to IGN.com.